Welcome, everybody, to another amazing edition of 4.5 Marks. Yeah, that's the half, my thumb. That's crazy. We are in the heat seat today. Now, today, it's an exciting episode. We have what we call the lost mark, the elusive one, the one with the big, nice mullet. That,
not much anymore.
Some would say he might actually grew into his mullet. But it's okay. It's okay. We have Mr. Roman Empire. Roman, how you doing today, buddy?
Hi, I'm doing good.
That's good. That's good. Well, he is today on the heat seat. I hope your buns are toasty today.
My buns are toasty.
Good.
You're correct.
Good to know. Good to know. So, have you seen anything about the heat seat or anything about how this segment works?
Yeah, I've seen a few episodes.
Seen a few episodes.
Yeah.
Cool. We just had V in here earlier, so I mean, sorry for the smell.
No, you're good.
But let's go ahead and start off today with the first take. First take I have here is storylines that jeopardize themselves for the sake of the swerve.
For the sake of the story.
Yes.
Oh.
So let's say these two guys are bitter rivals.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is nobody in particular. They hate each other. They start fighting each other. Vince McMahon comes out and says, "If you guys continue to fight each other, you're banned. You're fired."
Mm-hmm.
So they basically have to stop fighting for the sake of it. But the whole point of them fighting, like that was the best part of their whole rivalry.
Was them fighting.
So why the fuck would you take that away just for the swerve?
Right.
So what do you think about swerves like that?
Swerves like that? I think they have their places in storylines. It just really depends on, I guess, the wrestlers themselves and how that storyline is going.
Well, I guess name. I guess if you know of a swerve off the top of your head that where it was so polarizing that it literally shifted the rivalry and like it took a turn. If you know of one, if not, that's cool. We'll move on.
I'd say this is like probably the beginning of a storyline, but that swerve where they turned Powerhouse Hobbs against Ricky Starks. I thought that was a good start to that rivalry.
Fair. Because that whole time I thought Ricky Starks was gonna be the one turning.
Right.
The whole time. Fair.
Yeah, but I say it did what it needed to. You know, it started the rivalry. That rivalry lasted, I'd say, a good while.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little too long. But
it is what it is. Tony Khan, take notes. Roman doesn't like it to take too long.
Nah, man. I thought it was good. The rivalry was good. It didn't go like quite really anywhere. Ricky kind of faded from like the main story or main top roster. But I mean, now he's rivaling with CM Punk.
CM Punk, yeah, for that X Division, the AEW X Division title, I think is what it's called.
The real world champion.
The real X Division title.
Yeah, the real X Division. Yeah.
But all right, we'll go ahead and move on to the next take here. What do you think about? There was a time in WWE. I don't know if other promotions really did it, but there was a time in WWE where remember how they banned certain moves from wrestlers, where if they're like, "Hey, if you do that move, you're disqualified" or some bullshit like that. How do you feel about those type of stipulations in matches and in wrestling, where they're just like, you can't do the 69 me Don, or else you're disqualified or something?
I think that stipulation's kind of I don't know, kind of whack. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it has its like place that much like in a match. Like sure, like people that will ban like their opponent's finisher, like you can't do your finisher to me, so it means like you can't beat them. But like I don't know, you could probably beat them on like, you know, any other move. Yeah. You know, as is wrestling. But I think that stipulation is kind of okay. I guess it just really depends.
It depends on the story and how it's going.
One that comes to mind is the storyline of Jon Moxley and MJF. They did that match. The ref got distracted. Jon Moxley hit his finisher on MJF.
Yeah, didn't they ban his finisher too?
Yeah. Well, that was stipulation.
What's it called? What was the move called?
Paradigm Shift.
I always think of for whatever reason, is the Japanese one.
Death
Rider. That's what every time he does the move, I was like, it's a Death Rider.
They're both good.
I was like, it's a Death Rider.
But yeah, they had that match where that was banned, but he definitely hit that and then won that match. So you know,
he took the belt too. No,
I don't.
He retained the belt.
I think he retained the belt. Was that what it was? Yeah, one of those two.
Cool beans. All right then. We'll move on to the next one here. What do you think about people? They're big. They're big dudes. You're like, this man's going to take this dude down, going to tear him apart. But then he goes for the chop, and you're like, the fuck is this? Called the polite chopper.
The polite chopper.
Yeah, what do you think about somebody that polite chops? Like you're just like, this is a massive dude, and then he comes over.
I think he should at least have like some type of oomph behind it. Also, I accidentally hit the mic, so just letting you know.
I'm sorry, Chava. Editing from Bee's Dungeon.
Chava. I think there should at least be like a little like oomph behind it. I think if like it's a big man, he comes up for the chop and he just like. You know, it is like barely any impact, anything like that. Like, yep. I think it can kind of just like be like, oh, like I don't know, like it kind of like, it doesn't give it the oomph it needs, like the move needs, so it doesn't look as good. I think, as long as it's something. I mean, even if there's like no noise, cool, but like if like a good chop, a good like sounding chop, even if it's not very hard.
What pisses me off even more is that big dude that's facing the other dude. He chops him, the other one chops him back, and it's just louder. And you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
What the fuck is going on here, dude? Why? Well, all right.
It's quality of chops.
Yeah, quality chops. All right, we'll move on to the best segment of the heat seat. Your own hot take.
My own hot take.
Do you have one in mind? Something in wrestling that you would say, and everybody be like, crucify him, shun him, throw him in the ditch, don't feed him food for a week. You know, that type of take. Be careful what you say. We might do.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think certain people, you know, that think like, I don't know, that like old school wrestling is like, you know, pure wrestling. I don't know. I think that we have like wrestling wise has like evolved to be its own like thing. You know, it's no longer just like chops, you know, DDTs as a finisher. It's just like, you know, more people are being like, you know, the more athletic. They can do more things. Even just being like more creative in the ring, like, you know, just adding little things like that. Like, I don't even mean like high flyers or anything like that. Even just like storytelling in the ring.
So you would probably think that how the wrestling landscape is now, you would think people have to be more creative now. Like basically to a point you're saying is people have already seen this stuff. Like what more can you bring to make it memorable for people that are watching?
Maybe like that. I wouldn't say like you need like a gigantic, like crazy spot. But
No.
I think you would need to just be like, you know, just have a good match. Be like something that maybe like, you know, people will remember. Be like, oh, this match was like good. It had this good spots or like something like that. I just think like it just storytelling in the ring probably being like one of the most important things.
Oh yeah. Well, name I guess a storyline right now that you've kind of that you're just like, yeah, this is what it is right now. This is what wrestling to Roman is right now.
Ooh, that's tough. Honestly, the last like the really good match I recently watched, I could remember you were there, was at Forbidden Door. There's the Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay match. The storytelling, entire match, all the storytelling of that match.
It was beautiful.
Awesome.
That was beautiful. So that's probably what you would probably equate to like, this is wrestling right now. Like if you were trying to
currently, if I wanted to like show someone, be like, hey, this is like current wrestling right now is like, this is where it's at, or this is where it can be.
Fair.
Because I mean, you could also have like WWE going on with what they have now, and like it's good. It's been going on for 3 years, but you know, Walter being IC champ, I think is cool.
That's
Big man as a continental champ.
He's a fucking house.
He's a house. But I think just like storyline wise, things need to be able to like go through the entire story, you know, and then like you have that like good series of matches, and then like maybe they're done. Maybe they bring it back in the future. But just being able to tell like people that story in the ring, I think is just super important. Like
a wise scholar, Chody Chodes used to say, "Finish the story."
Yes, he's still working on it. So
yeah, I know he is. Well, that'll do it today for an amazing edition of Heat Seat. Roman, any closing thoughts, arguments, screams about rage? All right. No. All right, cool. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, you jive turkeys. This was Roman on the Heat Seat with toasted buns. Put some butter and some garlic on this. Some salt, maybe?
No, probably after,
After. All right. Remember, what do you say, Roman?
If that check bounces, so do you.
Bye-bye.